Lightning cracks across the sky. Thunder shakes the ground. Thor stands triumphant, his powerful hammer Mjolnir held high. The storm rages around him, a testament to his might. How did Thor obtain Mjolnir? What trials did he face? What lessons did he learn? This is the story of how a god became worthy. Prepare yourself for a tale of epic battles, divine magic, and the true meaning of heroism. Thor, the god of thunder, was not born with Mjolnir in his hand. He was the son of Odin, king of Asgard, and Jord, the earth goddess. His childhood was filled with tales of Asgard's glory, of valiant warriors and mythical beasts. Odin instilled in Thor the importance of courage, strength, and wisdom. He trained him in the arts of war, teaching him to wield his power responsibly. But Thor, eager to prove himself, sometimes let his impulsiveness get the better of him. He yearned for the day he could join his father in battle, to defend Asgard and its people. Little did he know his destiny was about to be forged. Deep within the heart of a dying star where the heat and pressure are unimaginable, Odin the Allfather commissioned the dwarven blacksmiths, the greatest artisans in all the realms, known for their unparalleled skill and craftsmanship, to forge a weapon like no other, a weapon that would be a symbol of divine power and protection. Using their ancient magic, passed down through generations and the very core of the star, which provided the raw, untamed energy needed, they created Mjolnir, the hammer of the gods, a masterpiece of both art and destruction. Mjolnir was more than just a weapon, it was a marvel of engineering and magic, with intricate runes and symbols etched into its surface. It was imbued with incredible power, glowing with an otherworldly energy that could be felt by anyone who came near. The hammer had the ability to summon storms, control lightning, and shatter mountains with a single blow, making it a force to be reckoned with. Odin poured his own strength and a portion of his divine essence into the hammer, making it nearly indestructible and ensuring it would only be wielded by those worthy of its power. Legends spread far and wide about the hammer, whispering of its might and the destruction it could unleash upon those who dared to oppose its wielder. But Odin knew that such immense power could not be entrusted to just anyone. It required a wielder of immense strength, courage, and above all, a noble heart. Only someone with the purest intentions, unwavering bravery, and a heart that sought justice above all else could hope to wield Mjolnir and harness its true potential. And so the hammer awaited its destined wielder until the day Thor, the god of thunder, proved himself worthy and lifted Mjolnir for the first time, forever changing the fate of the realms. With Mjolnir in hand, Thor became a beacon of hope and a protector of the innocent, using the hammer's power to defend the realms from all manner of threats. The legend of Mjolnir and its mighty wielder grew with each passing day, a testament to the enduring power of courage, strength, and nobility. Odin decreed that only the one who was worthy could lift Mjolnir. This was not just a test of physical strength, but a test of character. The hammer would only answer to someone who possessed the qualities of a true hero: humility, compassion, and a willingness to sacrifice for the greater good. Thor, in his youth, yearned to wield Mjolnir. He believed that power would make him worthy, but Odin knew that true worthiness came from within, from the choices one made and the sacrifices one was willing to endure. Thor's journey to become worthy of Mjolnir was just beginning. It would be a path fraught with danger, requiring him to face his flaws and prove his mettle against impossible odds. Section 5. Trials of Strength. Odin sent Thor on numerous quests, each more dangerous than the last. He battled frost giants in the frozen wastelands, their icy forms towering over him. He fought fire demons in the fiery depths of Muspelheim, their burning claws leaving scars upon his skin. With each victory, Thor grew stronger, his skills as a warrior becoming unmatched. He learned to harness his anger, turning it into focused power. He fought with bravery and ferocity, defending the innocent and upholding the honor of Asgard. Yet, with each victory, Thor's pride also grew. He reveled in his triumphs, boasting of his strength and daring. He craved recognition and praise, forgetting the humility that true worthiness demanded. Section 6. The Trickster's Games. Loki, Thor's adopted brother and the god of mischief, delighted in Thor's arrogance. He found endless amusement in manipulating Thor, using his cunning and wit to exploit his brother's weaknesses. He spun tales and whispered doubts, playing on Thor's insecurities and fueling his desire for glory. Loki's words were like poison, seeping into Thor's mind and making him question his own worth and abilities. Loki knew that Thor's greatest weakness was his impulsiveness, his tendency to act without thinking. This impulsiveness often led Thor into trouble, making him an easy target for Loki's schemes. One day, Loki tricked Thor into breaking a sacred truce with the Frost Giants. He convinced Thor that the Frost Giants were planning an attack, playing on his brother's sense of duty and honor. This act of aggression threatened to reignite a war that Odin had worked tirelessly to prevent. Furious, Odin confronted Thor. The Allfather's anger was palpable, his disappointment in his son evident. He saw how his son's pride and recklessness threatened the safety of Asgard. Odin's heart ached as he realized that Thor's actions were not just a result of his own flaws, but also of Loki's manipulations. Odin realized that Thor was not yet ready for the power of Mjolnir. The mighty hammer required not just strength, but wisdom and responsibility, qualities that Thor had yet to fully develop. He had much to learn about responsibility and the consequences of his actions. This incident was a turning point for Thor, a lesson in humility and the importance of thinking before acting. It was a harsh but necessary step in his journey to becoming a true hero. Section 7. A lesson in humility. As punishment for his recklessness and arrogance, Odin, the All-Father, stripped Thor of his mighty powers and banished him to Earth, forcing him to live as a mere mortal. This was a harsh lesson, meant to teach the god of thunder the true meaning of humility and responsibility. Thor was cast down to Midgard, the realm of humans, stripped of his godly might and his memories clouded by the trauma of his fall. He was no longer the invincible warrior he once was, but a confused and vulnerable man. He landed in the vast, desolate deserts of New Mexico, a stranger in a strange land, bewildered and alone. The once proud god now had to navigate a world that was completely foreign to him, without the aid of his divine abilities. It was here that he was found by Jane Foster, a brilliant and compassionate astrophysicist. Jane saw past his initial arrogance and confusion, recognizing the good within him. She took him in, offering him shelter and guidance despite his strange and otherworldly demeanor. Living as a mortal, Thor faced numerous challenges that tested his character. He learned the value of humility, understanding that true greatness comes not from power but from the strength of one's character and the ability to empathize with others. He experienced the fragility of human life firsthand, realizing the importance of compassion and the power of selflessness. Through his interactions with Jane and the people of Earth, Thor began to see the world through a new lens, one that valued kindness and integrity over brute strength. He came to understand that true strength lay not in his divine powers, but in the courage to admit one's mistakes and the willingness to fight for what was right, even without the aid of his godly abilities. This profound realization marked a turning point in Thor's journey, as he embraced his humanity and the lessons it brought. Thor began to help the people of New Mexico, using his newfound humility and compassion to make a difference in their lives. He worked alongside Jane and her team, learning from them and growing as a person. In time, Thor's actions on Earth proved his worthiness. His selflessness and bravery in the face of adversity earned him redemption. Odin, seeing the change in his son, restored Thor's powers and welcomed him back to Asgard, not just as a god, but as a wiser and more compassionate leader. Thor returned to Asgard standing taller and wiser, having learned that true power comes from within. His journey on Earth had taught him invaluable lessons in humility, compassion, and the true meaning of strength. Section 8. The Worthiness Enchantment. Meanwhile, back in Asgard, Odin placed Mjolnir on Earth, disguised as a simple hammer. He inscribed it with a powerful enchantment. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. This enchantment ensured that Mjolnir could only be wielded by someone who possessed the qualities Thor had been lacking: humility, compassion, and a selfless heart. It was a safeguard against tyranny, a guarantee that the hammer's power would only be used for good. The hammer lay undisturbed for what seemed like an eternity, waiting for the day a worthy soul would prove themselves capable of wielding its might. Section 9. Mjolnir's Legacy, Power, and Responsibility. The story of Thor and Mjolnir is not just about a god and his hammer, it is a story about the burden of power and the importance of responsibility. It teaches us that true strength comes from within, from our character and our choices. Mjolnir represents the awesome power that we all possess, the power to choose our path, to fight for what we believe in, and to make a difference in the world. But like Mjolnir, this power comes with a heavy responsibility. we must use it wisely, with compassion and humility. We must always remember that our actions have consequences, and strive to be worthy of the power we wield. Section 10. A Hero's Journey, a Universal Message. Thor's journey to become worthy of Mjolnir is a universal story that resonates with people of all cultures and backgrounds. It is a story about overcoming adversity, learning from our mistakes, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. It teaches us that true heroism is not about possessing extraordinary abilities, but about using whatever power we have, no matter how small, to make the world a better place. Thor's story inspires us to embrace courage, determination, and selflessness in our own lives. It reminds us that we all have the potential for greatness within us, waiting to be unlocked. Section 11. Be worthy. So the next time you face a challenge, remember the story of Thor and Mjolnir. Remember that true strength comes from within. Embrace your inner hero, be courageous, be kind, be worthy. The power to make a difference is within your grasp.